In Uganda, many wealthy people are said to be public servants whose assets do not match with their sources of income. So the government came up with the Leadership Code Amendment Act to curb corruption and embezzlement among this category of people. Under the new Amendment Act 5 Section 2(4), a leader or public servant is required to submit a written declaration of income, assets and liabilities to the Inspectorate of Government after 2 years. Although it took 15 years for the law to pass in 2017, the IGG now notes that there are some gaps in the legal provision which need to be fixed.
For instance, there used to be a provision which required leaders to declare the assets of their spouses and their children, that is offspring below 18 years, which are of interest to us because we know that leaders sometimes hide assets in the names of their spouses, they hide assets in the names of companies.
I believe when that matter comes to Parliament, one, as a legal committee, we shall make the necessary recommendations, and probably Parliament might agree that all members of the family can have their properties declared.
Another area of concern for the IGG is that the law does not spell out the penalties for the new categories of public servants supposed to declare their assets. These include heads of departments in various ministries and government agencies.
That is an important omission. I don't know how we'll deal with it, either with regulations or maybe there could be some clarification made.
The new act is also said to be having a mismatch in breaches and penalties.
Some provisions were removed, some breaches were removed, and then the penalties remained in the act.
Other members of the inspectorate pointed out other parts of the act which should be changed.
The amendment should be amended to give more powers to the tribunal in respect to the decisions it makes.
In carrying out investigations under the new act, the inspectorate must prove beyond reasonable doubt that someone illicitly enriched him or herself, something the inspectorate, which is understaffed, finds hard. However, Justice Lawrence Gigudu, the head of the Anti-Corruption Court, argues that embracing digital technology will ease investigations.
Speaking invoices and so on is becoming old-fashioned, and I want the IGG investigators to try thinking against that kind of thing. One, you carry a lot of useless things and then to barricade. If we got digital, you know, science, the beauty with it is it talks for itself.
Learned that the Ministry of Ethics and Integrity has already passed a budget that will help form a tribunal that will be handling cases emanating from the Leadership Code. However, critics say that what Uganda needs apparently is not just the laws, but the commitment by the executive and others who are responsible in fighting corruption to play their role. Sudhir Yarhanga, NTV.